What's up, Heat Nation? Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir. Before I get into this video today, I just want to thank everybody for supporting the channel. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much. Really means a lot to me. Thank you for the support. So now that I've hit 1,000 subscribers, I think it's going to be time for the raffle drawing sometime this weekend. I'm thinking about probably doing the raffle tomorrow just so we can get a few more entrants for the Miami Heat hat and then more importantly for the Miami Heat game. So I'll give you a few options for which game you can attend, whatever works best for your schedule. And so there's only like 10 people so far that have sent me an email. So you have a 1 in 10 chance to go to a Miami Heat game for free or get a Miami Heat hat. So super exciting. You have really good odds. There's a ton of people that are subscribed that have not submitted an entry yet. So for those that have, thank you so much. And for those who have subscribed, thank you again. So for today's video, I want to talk a little bit about a podcast that Tim Legler was on recently talking about Jimmy Butler and his performance specifically against the Denver Nuggets. So Tim Legler on Jimmy Buckets versus the Nuggets, he said, I have a hard time giving Jimmy the credit he probably deserves. I struggle with playoff Jimmy. What about regular season Jimmy when they need you, like last night? At no point last night did he try to put his foot on the gas. So Tim Legler is right. I mean, Jimmy Butler has basically said he doesn't care about the regular season and he load manages and he doesn't try, even while he does play games at the beginning stages of the season. And the Miami Heat suffer for that. Like, we need you to be an all-star. Like, he says he doesn't want an all-star. He doesn't want to be an all-star because he wants to, do whatever he wants on all-star break and get the vacation. But you haven't won a championship yet. Like, you're awesome. You've taken us to 2 finals, but you haven't won a championship, and that's your ultimate goal. Like, you think Kobe's gonna like not try to be an all-star because he wants to go on vacation, or MJ, or anybody else who's cutthroat like that? Like, come on, dude. Like, you need to step up in the regular season. And he said this time of the year, once it's February or March, whatever, he turns it up, which he truly does. And he did for the first like 6 games of after All-Star break. He was averaging 26 points per game. But then the last 4 games, we're on a 4-game losing streak. He's averaging like 17 points per game. Only had 16 points against the Denver Nuggets. Only got to the free throw line 2 times. So he wasn't aggressive, and he's not playing with a sense of urgency that we need because this Miami Heat team needs to be a top 6 team. We can't be a play-in team again. And we always deal with injuries. We're never healthy. We're hurt right now. So he doesn't have the luxury to be a 7th or 8th seed and play extra games while your opponents are waiting and resting. So, and like, if we somehow stay 8th, which we are, the consolation prize is playing the Celtics. So that's the team we want to avoid. And we want to play them in the Eastern Conference Finals and avoid them in the first 2 rounds if possible. But at this point, the Miami Heat just need to win games and avoid missing the playoffs because that's somehow possible too. There's 17 games left. The Chicago Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks are not extremely far behind. But again, not to be super worried because the Miami Heat are only 3 games out of the 4th seed, or 3.5. I'm not entirely sure. It's one of the two. And a game and a half out of like 5th. So we can move up, obviously, but it's just frustrating that we have put ourselves in this position to be on a 4-game losing streak after we were on a 7-game losing streak a month ago, figured it out, and now we're back to square one. So anyway, Legler was basically saying Jimmy needs to focus on the regular season, and you can't just say you're going to turn it on in the playoffs. You need to care because seeding matters. I've been saying this all the time, and I'll keep saying it every time I can. An 8th seed has never won. A 7th seed has never won. A 5th seed has never won. Okay, a 4th seed, which I don't think the Miami Heat can get at this point, the way they're playing, or even a 6th seed has never, or 6th seed and a 4th seed, are the only ones that have won a championship, and that's once. Otherwise, it's always the top 3. It's mostly the 1st seed, and then of course the 2nd seed, and then only 8 times has a 3rd seed ever won. So you have to try in the regular season. So Legs is correct on that. He's basically calling Jimmy out saying, hey, your team was flat. Like, they needed someone. Tyler Hero's out. Bam wasn't, scoring as efficiently. And Terry Rozier, is trying to find his way still and hasn't been a lethal scorer for this team. So you're the one who has to step up. You're our best player. So you have to carry us in the regular season as well as the playoffs. He also said that no other team is going to want to play us. I guess, which is based on history last season. And I don't know. I think he's somewhat right. Like, of course, I want to be a little bit objective and not entirely biased and a complete homer because I want to live in reality. Like, I can't just say that the Miami Heat made a run last year, they're going to do it again. Like, if they're fully healthy, which they never will be, and not trying to be pessimistic, but they're just always injured, then I don't think they can make that type of run. If they're fully healthy, then I think they do have a shot to play against Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. But they have to be healthy, and Tyler Hero can never stay healthy. So that's one thing. But he did say it again, like outside of Boston, like no other team on the East wants to play the Miami Heat. He still thinks they can make a splash during the playoffs. We have plenty of time. Come on, we have 17 games. I think we're going to figure it out. We have the best coach in the NBA. We have one of the best two-way players in the NBA, and Bam. Same with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is one of the best, top 3, top 4 playoff players in the last 4 or 5 years. So I just need him to step it up. And I think that starts with tonight playing against the Detroit Pistons on the road. We have to come out and crush them. I don't care. I don't want this to be a close clutch game. We need to, you know, step on their throats, just like Kobe would say, and annihilate them. And then Sunday we play them again. Guess what we need to do? It's on the road still, but who cares? We need to crush them because they're a freaking trash team, one of the 2 worst teams in the entire NBA. So we need to step up, win those 2 games, and then make another statement by winning against the Sixers and Cavs. We need to go on a 4-game winning streak now to prove that we are worthy. So I have faith in the team to a certain degree, and I want to believe, and I do to a certain degree, but they need to prove it and show it. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys. Again, don't forget to, if you want to join the raffle, you still have time. Please send me an email. I'll put my email in the description of this video and say basically I want to be in the raffle for the Miami Heat tickets, only if you live in South Florida, by the way. So I want to make sure someone gets the tickets and actually goes to the game and enjoys them themselves. I don't want them to sell the tickets if they live out of state. So, but if you live out of state, you have a chance to win a Miami Heat ticket. So just let me know if you want to be in the raffle for the hat, for the game, or both technically if you live in South Florida. So I'm going to do the drawing. I might be live. I might go live, or I might just do a recording and pick the names out of a hat, and I'll announce it, and then I'll reach out to those who sent me their email, and we'll communicate and connect that way. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.